Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. All the news currently is 10.2. So we're going to cover the new raid, right? Mythic plus dungeons? The new tier sets? No, we're not covering any of that. We're going to talk about flying. Yeah, the thing you've been able to do since the start of this expansion. So, let's get into it. Now, just to be very clear, we are not talking about dragon riding. Oh no, because in 10.2, our old faithful mounts will have a chance to shake off their fears of the dragons flying in the sky and finally be able to take to the skies themselves. But in normal Blizzard fashion, they're not giving this to us for free. Pathfinder is still very much going to be a thing. Quick recap for those new to WoW. Back when I was going to do an old-timey voice, but I'm not going to do that. Back when flying was added in TBC, it was a big deal. Not only was it just a cool feature that was added, being able to take to the skies and go where we wanted, it cost a lot of gold. And as every new expansion came out, so the gold amount rose, and we didn't care. As players, we did not care. Every expansion, we wanted flying. Once we'd had a taste of it, we wanted it. Blizzard, not so much. They hate flying. They've openly come out and said they kind of wanted to remove it. We said, don't you dare. So they came up with a solution. And that solution was that they would attach flying to an achievement. And that achievement was Pathfinder. And you had to complete all the steps before you gained flying. Now, normally, Pathfinder was split into two parts. Part 1 would give you a speed boost of some sort within the new expansion, and then Part 2 would actually give you the flying, which we all wanted. I remember when I gained flying in Nazmir, I was so happy. I was like, alright, I'm done. I've completed the expansion. I never want to come back to Nazmir again. Goodbye. I'm done. But back to current times. I'm trying to click my fingers, but I can't do it. Never get old and have fat fingers. There we go. Okay, done. So we don't have a Pathfinder Part 1 because we, in essence, already got it. We gained dragon riding as part of the Dragonflight experience. So instead, we're going to jump straight into Pathfinder Part 2. Now, the important information.
And what must we give in return?
Yes, indeed. What must we give? I will say, keep in mind that all this information is currently from the PTR. And we are currently very early in the PTR process, so all of this could change. Things could be added, taken away, and what have you. Now, first up, we have the main storylines that need to be completed. We have Waking Hope, which is the Waking Shore story. Ohn'a'Roll, which is the Alara Plains questline. Azure Spanner, Azure Span story, and just don't ask me to spell it or pronounce it. The I always just call the zone Valdraken because that's where the capital is. But yeah, that storyline. And finally, the Embers of Neltharion. This is the storyline not only inside the Zaralek Cavern. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind it being a tavern. I might go there more often. But everything leading up to it. So you need to make sure you've gone through all of these points. Now, these things I'm saying, they're all achievements themselves. So you can click on them, open them up, see what you're missing. You can also tick this little box just in the corner. That will then put the achievement onto your bars as a request. And you can just follow it, seeing the things that you still need to do. Now, this one, to me, is probably the one most open for change. Because I can quite easily see Blizzard adding on to this something to do with 10.2's Emerald Dream questline, but they might not want to put that on PTR because the way it's worded may mean that it's giving away big story beats. For instance, although I don't think it will happen, you could have Fall of an Aspect, and you're like, oh god, we know what that could mean. That's huge. They may have just not added the questline or certain aspects of the questline into this. But finally, we have explore all the zones. So Dragon Isle Explorer, nice and simple. Waking, Azure, Plains, and Thalidarakis, fully explored. It would take me less time to explore that zone than it would to say the name. Explore the Zaralek Tavern. I keep saying tavern, why? This This one is, it wasn't, we'll just literally fly around the cavern, not tavern, and you're done. And finally, explore the Emerald Dream. This relates to 10.2 content, which is why I think maybe there may be more requirements coming up for the questline. Because so far, everything bar the questline has had some aspect of the new 10.2 content in it. The questline doesn't. Last, but by far and away not the least. Yeah, this is the big one. Freshscales 15. Reach Renown 15 with all of the Dragonflight factions. So first up, nice and easy, we have the first 4 factions that we met. The Draken, the Tuskar, the Dragonscar, and the Marak. The Niffin from within the Cavern. I'm now having to stop myself from saying Tavern. This is a rep I'm actually going to have to start because I think I'm maybe level 4. I've literally done nothing inside the Tavern. It's because I don't drink anymore, that's why I never venture into the Tavern. Finally, we have the Dream Wardens. One of the new factions coming in 10.2. And that's it so far. But as I said near the start of this video, all of this is subject to change. What do you guys think? Are you looking forward to gaining your old school mounts back, being able to actually use them in the Dragon Isles, being able to hover, which is the only thing I actually missed, to be fair? Do you prefer the new dragon riding styles? It's just way more fun, and you hope they eventually, which they seem to be starting to do, transition all of the old mounts into this dragon riding style? I will say, I will be interested to see how new favourite mount works. So, if you go into your mounts, you can right click, you can set them as favourite. When you then use that favourite button, it will give you a mount that will suit the type of area you are in. If you can't fly, it will not give you a flying mount. If we have access to our flying mounts in the Dragon Isles, does that mean, let's say, I don't know, we have 100 favourite mounts, we're going to keep getting all of those favourite mounts rather than dragon riding mounts, which means we're going to be crazy slow around the Dragon Isles? I don't know. We shall see coming in 10.2 how that works. But that's enough from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more of my tavern ramblings, apparently. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Ladies, everyone.